Welcome back to the Nonprofit Playbook. I'm Christi, the CEO.
I'm Dr. Sharon. Hefty topic right now.
I know.
This one could take hours. We're going to put it into a couple of minutes for you.
Yep.
The volunteer hustle, how to recruit and maintain volunteers. I know your nonprofit lives off volunteers.
Yes, we do.
Where do you go find them?
Okay, so there's a couple of places that I like to go. Now, I'm not saying that they always work out because volunteers are volunteers. They do it when they can. Some people have that spirit where they're just into something and you're going to keep them for a long time. But then you'll bring some volunteers in and they'll only be there for 2 months, or maybe you'll recruit them, bring them onboard them, and you don't hear from them again.
Yep.
That happens.
Always.
So where I like to go is first, I live by this place, volunteermatch.org.
You do love that.
AKA Idealist now, because Volunteer Match and Idealist has merged and they had a baby and created, I guess, Idealist. Kind of how we merged and created this baby.
Yep.
But in all fairness, it is really, really a great tool to bring on individuals that you don't know. So you're not just seeking your own family and friends and people that you know, but these are total strangers who literally went, looked and saw your nonprofit, wanted to be a part of it, and so they signed up. So that's one place. The other place is colleges, the universities. We already know that a lot of these young people or our elders or whoever is in school, you know, they are really trying to find their way through school, but get some experience because they're about to graduate and they're going to go to, you know, grad school or whatever they're going to choose to do. And so they want some experience behind a nonprofit. So that's another thing. Number 3, social media. And I'm not just talking about Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but LinkedIn. I think that we need to be utilizing LinkedIn a little bit more because it is professionally based. You do have to learn it because I know a lot of people are like, I don't understand LinkedIn. Yeah. I tell them it's like Facebook, but more professional
100%.
Because that's what it looks like. So that would be my 3rd. And then I think my 4th would be honestly going to these workforce sources that will pay individuals to come and be a part of your nonprofit.
I love those.
So those are like the interns that you're getting and things of that nature. Those are some of the places to find the volunteers. But one thing that I will say to do outside of like, if you are bringing on volunteers for an event, like I need some hands for my back to school giveaway, my toy drive, my walk, whatever it may be. Do background checks on these individuals, especially if you're working with youth, elders, people, period. Do background checks, but interview them. Interview them and make sure they have the skill set. Make sure that they can articulate a sentence. Make sure that they understand what you're saying, because you can bring on someone from these sites that you've never met and they have no sense of email etiquette, which we could teach.
People skills.
Yeah, people skills. They're kind of to themselves and quiet, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you do want to get a sense of who your people are, because they're going to be a part of your organization. They're going to be obtaining information on your organization. So I interview every single person before I bring them on. And then of course I'm youth-based, so I have to background check everyone that is going to be dealing directly with the children. Now, if you're like, you know, you're doing accounting and stuff like that, depending on what it is, if you're not dealing directly, I may not do a background check, but for the most part, you're getting background checked. What do you think about recruitment, anything as it pertains to volunteers?
One other spot that I love to get volunteers from is banks. Banks will pay their employees to volunteer for your nonprofit.
Not just banks, though. Now that you said that, workplaces. So Nike does it, Apple does it,
Boeing.
So these places, they have that employee volunteer thing where they'll match it. And so when they put the hours in, so let's say you had an event, they did 30 hours, the 30 hours that they put in equals a check for your organization as well. So I forgot about that.
When volunteers come with money.
You just got to find somebody that worked there and that's into that. But that's where the board, like we talked about in some of our other videos, when the board is doing that donor cultivation, seeking other individuals that want to be a part, they can go out, they can get this information, bring it back to the nonprofit and say, hey, the next event, Nike said that they'll bring us 30 volunteers and we'll get a check. So,
And some of those groups will get you large amount of volunteers. So when your nonprofit's having an event versus a program, you may need 30, 40 volunteers.
Easy.
These companies will give you 30, 40 volunteers. The cool thing is for the most part, they're already vetted because they're employees of
Yep.
that organization. A lot of them already have the background checks.
Yep.
And you can brief them in a
The-
huddle and
yep,
a meetup.
that's it.
And get them ready for your event. I love those.
And they are ready to work. We did that with Molina Healthcare. They came out with
Ooh,
their
that's a good one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love them. They came out with their shirts on, but they were ready and excited. Just giving a little backpack out to the children and seeing the smiles on their faces lit them up, and they're like, "When's the next event?" So you low-key have volunteers for life when you
Right.
go through stuff like that.
For sure. Because some
Yeah.
of them will then go outside of their workplace
Yeah.
and become a volunteer.
Exactly.
Give your board member, one of them, can be their first task as
Yeah.
a board member.
Yeah.
Google businesses that provide volunteers and do matching and have them get a list, and that can be one of their first tasks. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, and that's how we get stuff done within the nonprofit world. You find things that need to be done, delegate it to a board member. The board member can start it off, and they can, throw it to someone else that's on the team, and that's how we get work done and establish protocol and all the things.
I love it.
So if you need some assistance with a recruitment plan, because we love to do those as well, go ahead and comment. Let us know about your pain points. Like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a nonprofit leader today. Bye.